This video will contain spoilers for chapter 206 of Undead Unluck. If you're not caught up to that point yet, come back later when you have. Okay, so these are going to be new for my YouTube, as this was something I was doing originally on TikTok, but I'm deciding to bring it over here because I feel like YouTube's kind of more my thing with like how I want to format videos in editing style and everything. Weekly manga reviews and breakdowns for the Undead Unluck chapters. This week starting with chapter 206. The reason I'm starting with this chapter, not only because it's a fucking amazing chapter, although I nearly started with the one not from last week but the week before, but it's because this is the end of the arc and I want to get my predictions out of the way for the arc that's to come afterwards. First, a quick reminder as to what happened this chapter. We pick right up with where chapter 205 ended, with language having initiated Soul's supernova explosion, and Nico, using his newfounded soul manipulation powers and Unforgettable, works alongside Ichiko to manipulate the word that I added previously within the Shiditori science to recreate the weapon that Nico had created with Miko in the prior loop, the Super Dreadnought Union Lethal Weapon Superior Buster, this time a soul variant of it that uses soul abilities to generate the blast. And after creating it with Ichiko, employs Feng to help power the blast to make the blast just that much stronger, easily league stronger than the 100th loop variant, and while blasting Soul, creates a wormhole into the Master Room, which sends Soul in there, destroying him with the explosion and causing all the damage to go into Language, beating her and forcing her to revert down into her core, which after she's reverted into her core, they do one final round. Nico summons a spear based off of a spear from, I believe, Irish mythology. I think the person's name is Luck. It's slightly different than his, but from what I can tell, this is the closest version of it. Language decides to forfeit the game by using the word Sanchuoka, which translates to marriage, or the Japanese variant, Kekkon, and as to the rules of Shiratori, if the Japanese version of the word is to end in the N, the game is over, resulting in the neutralization of Uma Language, the crest passed, and Ichiko and Nico being married. So, for my thoughts on this chapter, this was a phenomenal chapter. This chapter was just fucking amazing. First of all, the art is always great. Undead Unluck has amazing art. The art is always good. But here, the art seems more particularly good, especially this final page with the sun rising, Language turning into dust, and then this like 2-page panel here at the end. It is one of my favorites in the series, which says a lot since as of this date, there's 427 2-page panels in the series. But the art is always great, but here it feels particularly great. As for the offense of this chapter in the writing, it is amazing. Getting to see the strongest version of Nico we've ever seen. Oh my god, it's so great to see, especially because these past 2 arcs we've been introduced to and seeing so much depth within what soul powers are going to be like within the series, and the soul manipulation here is fucking superb, and I love how it can be intertwined with negator abilities, which while we got a glimpse at with Fuko's soul bullet and with Haruka being able to on the fly change her armor into that sick ass armor for top, here with Nico, him being able to create that strand of soul to link onto Ichiko's mind and to feed her specific information, specifically about the weapon he created in the 100th loop with Miko, being able to share that kind of information directly to people with all of the information that he has, being seemingly everything that's ever happened in every loop. He has all knowledge, and oh my god, that's also, I saw someone point out that Nico's just stealing the whole flow of every top tier in JJK. Like, he's got a fucking cleave and dismantle of that 5x5 grid he did last chapter. This one, he could connect in his soul to someone and give them information. He could literally unlimited void a motherfucker and arguably do it more damaging than what Gojo could. He's able to mimic people's movesets, what they can do more. He's got blast. Oh my, he's kind of. I feel like he can solo JJK at this point. Depending on if fucking Gojo's Infinity can block souls, he might be able to solo JJK, which is hilarious. I love getting to see this deeper look into soul-based powers. They are easily the most interesting thing that has been introduced into Undead Unluck. Out of the three big major twists that Tezuka has done over the series, being Ragnarok, the Master Rules, and Soul Powers. The Soul Powers are one of my favourite. Ragnarok is one of the most crucial ones, as it's how we even able to do this arc, and everything that's been happening for the past nearly 100 chapters. It's nearly been 100 chapters since the loop. Oh my god. And then the Master Rules being, I'd say the weakest out of three, but they're still very interesting to see. But these soul powers, I am so interested to see where Tezuka's going to take them in the future, how other negators are going to be able to interact with them. Because we see with Fang, he's got mastery of him. He's doing stronger attacks. He's able to defend himself with it. He's doing blasts. Oh my days. Fang's just going full Goku here, and I'm loving that. But with Nico, Haruka, and Fuko, getting to see them interacting with their negator ability specifically, I'm so interested in how other ones gonna interact with their soul powers, like Billy and his Unfair, Teller and Untel, Creed and his Undecrease. How is that going to interact with Soul? Or can he just do like undecreasing soul attacks? Because one of souls do return to you eventually. Can he just have unlimited soul? Can he do an infinite beam blast? I don't know. It's going to be insane. I cannot wait to see the further expansion of soul-based powers and how they interact with negations, and also getting to see more prior users of the negations. Because while I don't think they're going to be a big part, and if we do have interaction, there might just be one main person we interact with, I just want to see more character designs, because Tezuka does great character designs, and I'm so looking forward to these. But as for the writing of the chapter itself, I love it so much. The character writing in this chapter is so good. I love it to bits. With Nico using his science, recreate something from the previous loop that he made with his daughter alongside his wife this time, to do a new version of it. It's such a cute moment. I love it. Feng just being like, look, I gotta repay you, and also you made me stronger. I gotta repay you, so I'm gonna hop in on this. One moment in particular I want to point out is as Soul's getting blasted through the wormhole, Soul, okay, I'm gonna refer to him as Sun, because Soul, as Sun's getting blasted through the wormhole, Soul, like, going to go handle it. Don't know how he's defending them, probably big soul barrier. It's those three panels of sorry Soul, I lost, and just that look on Soul's face in that one panel as the wormhole is closing, and we next page see Land die. From the death of Beast and language here, we can tell Soul does genuinely care for the other Master Rules. He does care for them and likes them, and seeing them go one by one is genuinely going to be hurting to them. And I'm so, after Soul's little interaction with Luna during the Beast fight, I'm so interested in Soul, what he's about, what his relationship is with the other Umas, why he cares for him as much as he does, and if the fact that this is this last loop, if that's having any effect on how he feels about these crests and them dying. Soul hasn't gotten much. He's gotten the least out of all the Master Rules, but he's so interesting to me because he has just so much character in the little bits that we've got. His character's been so good. He's made the Luna more interesting, and she was nothing. Like, I didn't care much about her, and then she had that one moment when talking to Soul, and she instantly shut up. I love Soul so much, and I'm just intrigued to see more of what he can do. Like, because he's absolutely the pinnacle of soul manipulation in the series. What he's able to do, other than the sword and the blast that he was doing against Andrew, but more so just the other shit he can do, and his character, it intrigues me so much. As for Uma language in this chapter, I enjoyed her again. She was just spouting a bunch of bullshit constantly, which she was so much more aggressive than I thought she was going to be in this arc. I'll save my opinions for her as a whole when I do an arc review for the Uma language arc, but I loved Uma language. She was so fun in this chapter, and the way that she decided to go out on her own terms with ordaining their marriage is great. I love it to bits, and I can't wait to see how the anime handles her bullshit of the deadly Shiritori, because oh my god, that's going to be a pain to do. But yeah, this chapter was an amazing chapter. It's so good, and it's a brilliant ending chapter for this arc. This arc has been great. I'll save my opinions from the arc as a whole later, but it's been such a great arc, and this is a beautiful end of chapter for this arc. And as for my prediction as to what's to come next, we still have, as far as we know, we still have 2 more quests to go. There's Uma Summer and there's Uma Burn, and each of them has their own artifacts to come along with it. Uma Burn having Silent Voice and Uma Summer having Harley Quinn. Which, as for what each of them are, I have no idea. I have got no clue. I've always said I think Harley Quinn's just going to be a big ass fucking hammer, which, if that's the case, that's funny. As for a Silent Voice, I ain't got a fucking clue. I think it's going to be something to do with Teller. I don't know, but I do think, I hope we do interact with one of these arcs left. If we do have Summer next, I wouldn't mind Summer being a bit shorter. Actually, no, now that I think about it, I feel like Uma Burn and Uma Summer are both going to continue the trend that these two have had of dealing with this Uma while also getting a new negator, with last one being Top, this one being Nico again Unforgettable. Okay, so in chapter 188, when we saw what the crests were, on the actual papers in the incorrect order, the images of what each target was, we've kind of been going in that order of Uma Beast, then there's language. So if it's to go in that order, I think Summer might be the next target, which if we are to do Summer next, I think Summer is going to come alongside another negator. And I think it's going to be Sadako. I think Sadako is going to be the next negator to join. What negators do we still have yet to join? There's Bunny, Sadako, and Tatiana. I don't think Tatiana is going to. I do think we're going to get another negator alongside Summer and Burn. But the question is which one? There's Sadako, Tatiana, and Bunny. And I don't know. There's every chance we don't. In those we just get the main focus of their arc, which I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind Summer being like a little shorter arc of just them fighting Summer. Maybe having Shen get that rematch with Summer. Oh, right, maybe it'll be... Actually, I think Tatiana might be there for Summer for the simple fact of Tatiana was part of the plan to beat Summer last time. With phase 2, the core isn't the whole shell around the body and I have to destroy it all at once. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to say that Summer's next, we might get Tatiana back. And if that's the case, I don't mind that. I don't mind that because I'm so curious what Fukuro's plan is to save Tatiana with Untouchable. And like I said earlier, Tatiana's soul powers, how the fuck that's going to interact with Untouchable. Summer is my plan for next. I do think we will get a negator with it, and my prediction is going to be Tatiana for negator to come alongside the Summer arc, with Burn being afterwards. I don't know who would be for Burn. I don't know who would go alongside Burn. I don't know. We'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, to come next, Summer alongside Tatiana. And honestly, even if that's incorrect prediction, I don't care, because what's to come next is going to be peak. Peak is peak, and this chapter was peak. I fucking loved it to bits. So yeah, that's my thoughts on chapter 206 and my prediction for what's to come next. This is my first attempt at doing these on YouTube, so I'm still trying to fully figure out the format, so I might be feeling a little bit different videos as I try and figure it out. But if you have any thoughts or opinions on this chapter or my video, please leave them down in the comments. And if you do like this, please stick around, because I am going to be doing these every time a new chapter comes out, alongside any other just extra videos I'm going to be doing, like theories, discussions, character analysis, all that kind of stuff for Undead Unluck or any other series. So if you like it, stick around, and I hope you have an amazing day. See ya.